We already talked in a previous video about the great discovery of the structures found under the pyramids of Giza. It was seen with great surprise for some, and a great skepticism by others. Even some came to label the news as false, to the point of saying that the press conference never existed. Something totally false. The conference was held on March 15th of this year, and there were already comments and videos trashing this research. However, it was not published on YouTube until 7 days later. That is, no one got to hear the conference, not even bothered to inform themselves. We do not know if they did it out of ignorance or there was an intention to discredit this research. As Professor Corrado Malanga, researcher and head of this project, says, there will be those who cling to the official story, which for various reasons interests them. Everyone is free to accept or not the result of these investigations that leads us to question everything we have been told about the pyramids of Giza. Recall that this achievement was made possible by processing SAR data obtained by Capella space satellites. It seems that this innovative technological approach, in combination with very high-resolution radar images and advanced Doppler tomography techniques, has revolutionized the way we study the past. Those who have tried to discredit this discovery have said that this type of technology does not go that deep. However, precisely, the exceptionality of this discovery lies not only in its archaeological importance, but also in the method employed. The data were processed using a new unique patented Doppler tomography technique developed by Professor Filippo Biondi, an international expert in radar, synthetic aperture interferometry, and multichromatic tomographic analysis. This methodology, as Biondi explains, allows detailed three-dimensional reconstructions of subway structures, identifying corridors, rooms and tunnels extending up to kilometers deep. The synthetic aperture radar, a key tool in this process, operates from an altitude of about 680 kilometers in orbit around the planet. It transforms photonic signals, i.e. light, into sound and vibration, thus generating sound images of the objects under investigation. This approach makes it possible to penetrate deep into the ground, constructing accurate three-dimensional images without altering the structure of the monuments. The so-called Kefren project, which began more than a year ago, has involved the collaboration of leading professionals. Nicole Sicolo, a forensic graphologist with more than 25 years of experience in civil and criminal analysis, with a great experience in deciphering ancient manuscripts. Professor Filippo Biondi, a specialist in satellite imaging technology, with extensive experience in institutions such as the University of Strathclyde, the Italian Space Agency, and the National Research Council. His development of algorithms for SAR has been crucial for this research. Dr. Armando May, historian and Egyptologist specializing in pre-dynastic civilizations. Until recently, Egyptologists claimed that nothing existed underneath the Pyramid of Chephren. However, according to the results of this research, there are 5 structures in specific positions connected to each other by what could be corridors. In addition, 8 vertical cylinders surrounded by formations reminiscent of a spiral staircase have been identified under these structures. From different angles, tomographic images show 2 possible rooms or halls located below a level identified as ground zero. Water was also detected under these structures. It is not clear what these rooms or boxes, which measure 80 meters on a side. With the help of artificial intelligence, the 2 boxes have been reconstructed, revealing that they extend to a depth of 648 meters. Furthermore, beneath the Pyramid of Cheops, there are structures that reach up to 1,200 meters deep, suggesting the existence of a subterranean world yet to be explored. This idea is not so far-fetched, since in Egypt there is a large number of excavated wells, such as the Well of Osiris, which we have already talked about in a video, Even on our trip to Egypt, we could see the Pyramid of Zoser, which has more than 5 kilometers of galleries underground. This new technology makes it possible to look inside ancient monuments without moving a stone and without altering their shape and structure. The images obtained speak for themselves. If everything is confirmed, then who built something at a depth of 1200 m? When were they made and what was their use? At the conference, it has been taken for granted that history must be rewritten. Furthermore, they pointed out the need to scan the Giza Plain in its entirety to determine what else is hidden beneath its surface. The scans performed show geometries that rule out any possibility of natural origin. One of the identified structures, similar to a spiral staircase surrounding the cylinders, presents variations in its luminous frequency or vibration depending on its orientation. This behavior is incompatible with natural processes and suggests human intervention. It is not known what these structures are for, but they affirm with absolute certainty that they are not casual, that someone placed them there. History and legends relate this recent discovery on the Giza Plateau to the legendary city of Amenti. Also, the emerald tablets contain detailed references to deep wells and subway rooms. These texts also mention the enigmatic Sons of Light, whose identity remains a mystery. Also, they have discovered a huge amount of tubes without spirals, since there are ducts with the snail structure and ducts without it, which probably serve to ventilate the area below. It is a pity that some people try to discredit and cover up this type of research without taking the time to inform themselves, just because the findings seem too shocking to be true or because they contradict their own ideas, instead of analyzing it objectively. This runs the risk of repeating the mistakes of the past, censoring everything that does not conform to the official theory. In the coming months, the Kefren project will continue to advance in the tomographic analysis and in the elaboration of three-dimensional models, with the aim of reconstructing a complete and accurate map of all the subway structures found under the Giza Plateau.